Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about my custom pendant done by 902 Jewels, Petey the Jeweler. If this is something you're interested in, stay tuned. Alright guys, let's get into it. In today's video, I am super excited to bring you guys this one. Why? Because this is a video that I have been wanting to do for so long. And let me tell you guys why. This is my custom pendant that I purchased from Petey the Jeweler. For a long time, very, very long time, I was looking online, trying to find people that could do custom work. Now, I did happen to find somebody that was new to the game. They weren't exactly a jeweler, but they were getting involved in the jewelry making and stuff like that. It was a young lady that I found on Instagram, and she was just, you know, happening to make custom pendants. And that's how I got this baby right here. This is a 31 gram, actually 32 gram solid silver, you know, 925 HRM custom pendant that I purchased. And you know, at the time when I purchased it, man, I was super happy. I was super stoked. This is my first custom piece with my logo. Of course, I rocked it every single day. You know, I wouldn't sleep in it and stuff like that, but I definitely make sure whenever the chance came, I made sure I put it on. I wanted to let everybody know what I was about and who I am, and this was the way to do it. You know, there's nothing better to have your logo on your shirt, and then you have a chain to match it. You got the hat, and pretty much you got it all the way around, right? So time goes by, you know, I start getting on YouTube and start seeing people having custom pendants done. I was used to seeing custom pendants by, you know, famous rappers and artists and stuff like that. Now that was out of the, you know, out of my hand pretty much. That was something I thought, that's maybe a little bit too much for me. I don't got that kind of a budget to be spending on a custom pendant with stones and all this fancy work on it. This one was doing it for me. It was doing the job great. It's a solid silver, which I'm a big fan of silver. For those of you who know, and those of you who don't know, I'm a big fan of silver. Like I said, it did the job. But I started coming across people that, you know, that were posting up custom pendants that were affordable, and then moissanite was coming around the corner, and then, you know, they weren't doing diamonds, they were doing moissanite, and moissanite's a stone that's, you know, just almost as good as a diamond. And I was like, okay, I started digging into it and doing my research and doing this and doing that, and next thing you know, I found me a plug. I found somebody that can do the work for me. Now, shout out to MCR King, shout out to Glizzy's Reviews, and shout out to James Custom Jewelry, because those were the three that I seen got a custom pendant done by this person, which is Petey the Jeweler, 902 Jewels. I'm sure I've mentioned it already several times, but again, Petey the Jeweler. I seen them three purchase, you know, custom pendants from him, and I figured, you know, if they got their pendants and they look amazing, like, why the hell can I not get one for me? So that's the reason why I went with him. There was a lot of scammers going around at the time. For those of you who've been on this whole moissanite jewelry realm and reviewers, you guys may know that there was a lot of stuff going behind the scenes where people were getting scammed, getting their money taken, and not getting their work done. So, you know, I was skeptical at first on who should I go with. Those three guys posted their items that they were receiving from Petey, and I was like, okay, this is the guy I'm going to, and I am beyond happy that you know, he could do my pendant and he could do it right the way I want it. So I reached out to him. Really upfront guy. Doesn't cut corners. You let him know what you want, send him a design. If you don't have the design, that's something maybe he can work on. As long as you have an idea on what you want, he can work with you. I'm telling you guys. The only thing that I do have to say is that it takes time to get your pieces from him. At the time, I did not know this, but he's not actually producing these pieces for you. He just has the right connections to get your piece done for you. Meaning, if you send him money, he's gonna get you a piece. It's not like you're sending it to China and you don't know where your piece is getting made. You don't know if you're gonna get back what you wanted to get back, what you ordered. With Petey, he may be the middleman, but he's gonna make sure you get what you're asking for. And that's what sold me onto going with him. So again, I reached out to him. quick, simple, easy. You know, he right away replied back and said, yeah, bro, you know, let's make this happen. You know, what's the dimensions? What do you want on it? How do you want it? We discussed that back and forth, and I'll go ahead and put a picture up on here of what I sent him and then of what he sent me back. I'll show you guys here. So that's exactly what I sent him, and he sent me back, and we worked off of that back and forth. And long story short, you know, it took him it was a long process, a long, lengthy process. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you guys. You gotta be patient with him, but at least you know that when your piece gets here, it's gonna be done right, and it's gonna be done in the form that you wanted it, the type of metal that you wanted, the type of stones that you wanted, and it's gonna be done right. Okay, so enough talking about it. Let me show you guys what we're working with and what petey is working with. So this is the piece itself. As you guys can see, for the bell, I went with the 925 stamp, which is my logo for the YouTube channel, because I review 925, and obviously the High Red Mafia logo, because I am High Red Mafia. High Red Mafia got started a while back, several years back. I don't want to get too much into it, but it was the clothing that I started years back, and been more involved with the jewelry side of things now, and so that's where we're at. 925 by High Red Mafia, and that is the piece. That's what I'm showing you guys today. This amazing, beautiful piece that I got from Petey the Jeweler. I let him know exactly what I wanted. I only wanted stones surrounding the bezel, around the pendant, and then I wanted the HRM, actual HRM flooded. I wanted them with stones in there, and then I wanted the plain High Red Mafia at the bottom, and I wanted the plain back, you know, which he gave me this popcorn bubble look in the background, which I love it because it blends in perfectly with the moissanite, and of course the 925 on the bell. It's heavy, it's strong, it's sturdy. You do get the 902 stamp on the back of the piece. It's a plain, solid back, like I said. It's about like 60 something grams to be exact. I'll go ahead and put it on the scale for you guys. But man, I tell you, I love this piece. This is my favorite piece out of all my jewelry pieces. You know, this was, it happened to be one of my favorites for so long, up until this one came around. And I gotta tell you guys, and I'm gonna be dead honest with you guys, it's my favorite because it has the two things that I've been highly invested, which is High Red Mafia and 925 jewelry reviews combined in one. And it just displays what I'm about, and you know, it just screams me, and that's what I love it. For those of you who don't have a custom pendant, I highly recommend it. You will have people asking you, what is that? What does it say? What does it mean? And it's just a great conversation starter, because you get to tell them what you're about, what you're into, and it's just overall a great thing to have. Like I said, it's nice to have it, especially when you're matching your clothing. Then they know that you're somebody attached to what you're wearing, and some people may like the clothing, they may not like the jewelry, but they like the clothing. Gets the conversation going and going and going, and pretty much just lets people know who you really are, and that's why I love it. So again, beautiful, stunning piece. I love it. I highly recommend 902 Jewels, Petey the Jeweler. Check them out. I'll go ahead and put them in the description section down below. Hit them up. Let them know that your boy sent you, and that you're looking for a custom piece, and that you want it ASAP. Even though it's not going to be ASAP, but that you want it ASAP. You'll get your piece, and you're going to get what you want. Now, long story short, this is what I paired it with. My 6mm rope chain that I purchased from Harlem Bling. I tested it on several different chains. I have an 8mm rope chain. I have a Cuban link, 12mm. I got a 10mm. 12mm was too big. 10mm was perfect, but I just don't like the way it, you know, makes the curve, makes the Cuban turn and twist and stuff. I wasn't a fan of that, so I'm a big fan of rope chains. Figured why not, you know. I had my Jesus piece, one of my Jesus pieces on this rope chain. I ended up getting a Franco chain for that Jesus piece, and not replaced, but actually used this chain for my, you know, HRM pendant, which it flows perfectly. Let me show you guys what it looks like with it on and on the neck. And the beautiful thing about having a 26-inch, if you don't got a big dome, a big head, you can just slide this over your head. Let me go ahead and put these away. I gotta say this again, I hate when the chains clank on each other and just bang on each other, beating each other up. fighting for that. Who's in the front, who's in the back. I'm not a fan of that. You know, I do like to wear multiple chains. I like to layer them where they're not banging on each other like that. So yeah, for this one I tend to wear it by itself. I don't want nothing banging on it, you know, beating it up, making it all scratched up, and really doing some damage on the necklace. So this is what it looks like on the neck. As you guys can see there, you get the presence. Obviously you don't get that beautiful shine effect from these stones on the camera. For some reason cameras don't tend to capture the image right, but this is what it looks like on the neck. Not too big, not too small. Pause, Jizo, pause. Yeah, man, it just gives you that presence that you need to let them know what you're about and who you is, and that's what it comes down to, letting people know who you are, period. So I'll go ahead and take it back off just so I can show you guys a millimeter check and a weight check on it. Show you guys what it's weighing at. Okay, so this is a close-up of the pendant itself. As you guys can see, this thing is stunning. Great craftsmanship. Petey gets it done. Petey definitely gets it done. So let's go ahead and give you guys a weight check here. 68.3 grams. Let's go ahead and pick it back up. Put it back down. 68.4 grams. So roughly about 68 grams, period. I'm not going to calculate. Now, like I said, this is, as you guys can hear, a heavy, nice, sturdy, strong piece. Look at that craftsmanship. Look at that clarity on the stones. It's just nice to know that you have something that you designed, that you made, and it's just yours. You know, nobody else is gonna have. It's just nice to have a custom piece in your collection, in my opinion. If you don't have one, get you one. Hit up Petey. Hit up whoever you may know, whoever you trust, and get one done ASAP. Go ahead and start this and get it going. Go ahead and open them up as far as we can go. So we got about 2.96, which is roughly close, very close to 3 inches. And then we got about 1.5 inches on the height. And the bell here, I can't even see what I'm doing over here, guys. And on the bell, we're looking at roughly about 1.34, so a little bit over 1.25 inches. So a little bit over 1.25 inches. Now this bell, I did tell him that I wanted to fit minimum 8mm chain through here. Now you guys can see there, he made it pretty chunky, pretty nice and thick and sturdy, that, you know, this sucker ain't gonna fall. I love the fact that he put 2 latches on it, that way it's attached to the pendant nice and well, and it ain't gonna go anywhere. So that's what it's looking like, people. This is what the quality looks like from Petey the Jeweler. If you guys haven't heard of him, click the link in the description section and it'll take you right to him, to his YouTube page, and I will even attach his Instagram page. Let him know I sent you. Alright, so I gave you guys a weight check, a millimeter check, and I let you guys know where I got it from. If you are looking for a custom pendant, go to him. Like I said, let him know I sent you. If you own a business, you got a YouTube channel, you have a clothing line, you have a food truck, a stand, a restaurant, whatever it is, and you're into jewelry, I highly, highly, highly recommend getting yourself a custom pendant. It's a conversation starter. People will ask you what it's about, what does it stand for, and it's just a great way to advertise yourself, your business, your channel, your whatever it is it may be. Like I said, I highly, highly recommend it. There's several people doing them. It all comes down to your preference on who do you prefer to go to. I let you guys know who I went to, and my turnaround time was a little bit more than what I expected, but I ended up getting exactly what I wanted, and I was truly happy with it. Definitely worth the wait. Like they say, good things are worth waiting for, and this was one of them. Definitely, definitely recommended. So that's gonna cut it for this video, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and leave the description down below so you guys can go and check them out. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. God bless and peace out.